But in the meantime, I think we got some other stuff that we can sell. Or did we? I don't think... we got the trebuchet part, but I don't want that. We've already got one treb, and that's plenty enough. And then the Shadowhawk... I mean, a Shadowhawk wouldn't be bad. It's a good medium mech, and this one has the artillery mount on it. We haven't really been running into Shadowhawks, so I don't know if it's really... How much money do we get? 500k for selling that. That's really tempting. Yeah, I think we scrap it. Again, we haven't really been running into any Phoenix, or Shadowhawks, I'm sorry. I don't know why. Like, my brain keeps wanting to say Phoenix Hawk. But we haven't been running into any Shadowhawks. I think that's the first one we've seen this campaign, so... I'm gonna leave it by the wayside. Yeah, I mean, the trebuchet isn't a terrible mech. It's just not great. And I'm using it because it's a medium mech and it allows us to bring a lot of firepower to the table, but it would be better to just get rid of it at some point, or at least relegate it to our backup plans. I mean, I don't know that the trebuchet looks dumb. I would just say it looks kind of generic. Like, it has a very generic-y robot feel to it. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just not very imaginative. Whereas you take something like the Centurion, which also has a very generic, boxy robot feel, but when you hear Centurion and then you see this mech, you're like, oh yeah, no, I can see that. Anyway. So yeah, we had no damage on that mission, so nothing that we have to repair. We're still gonna have to wait on Bigfoot for, the battle armor, but that's okay. We're already working on the engineering upgrade. We gotta spend 30 days on the improved power conduits, and then we'll be able to go in for Tanks 2, which will be another 14 days. And then that will allow us to field the 4th vehicle. Yeah, exactly, Mar. The Centurion has a MOHA, because BattleTech is the most metal franchise. I wish that the claw and shield did, like, actually had a function in-game. I think you get bonuses to, like, melee damage to represent that, but I wish you could, like, you know, again, the front mission in me is like, let me use the shield to block shots. That would be cool. I don't think anybody's gonna be ready to level up in the barracks, but let's have a look, just in case.
Standing by.
No, not yet. Oh, well, there it is. I spoke too soon. And Brick, our Trub pilot, has finally reached level 10 of gunnery.
Training confirmed, Commander.
So we'll go ahead and do the training on that for sure. You love to see it.
Waiting for orders.
Game Master, not quite ready for that next pile of guts. However, General Quarters is ready for their next point in guts.
Mech warrior training complete.
Yup.
Gravel Lion, not quite there on the next gunnery.
I'm listening. Orders.
Let's see, Rex. Nothing for Rex yet. Erst hasn't actually been in a mission here in a little bit. I'll go ahead and give him 1 point of gunnery, though.
Training complete.
Just, again, to keep that tradition of getting our pilots up to level 5 and everything.
Receiving you.
I think I'll do the same thing with Quagmire, so we'll give you tactics first, and then we'll give you piloting. Even though you don't really need it for a vehicle. I'm old-fashioned that way. And then Wolfbane's also not ready yet, so there we go. We're up to 2.7 million sea bells, which does give us some more options in terms of what we can buy. Although I'm not looking to spend a bunch of money right now, I'd rather we save some of it. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. And see, that gives you a little something too, Bolo. It gives you that personal connection to the mechs. As if the, you know, whole spending 10s or 20 or however many hours painting all that stuff. Like, yeah, you have that connection, but then you can say, no, this is a person I know. Let's see, what do we got in the contract? So I remember, yeah, we just had assaults. We had the light mech duel. What do you think, chat? Do we give Erst a chance to redeem himself in the arena after last time? I think now that we've rebuilt the Disco Inferno, it's worth giving him another chance. We couldn't really afford it the last go-around, but now that we've got a little more money, I think we do it. I think we do it. I mean, it's Solaris, so we've got to put some time in the arena if we can. And that'll give the rest of the pilots some downtime, be able to kick back a little bit and watch Erst do his thing since he's not really joining us on the main missions anymore. So even if we go salvage, we get no salvage. So obviously we're going to go maximum payout. We will almost make our money back on this one if we win. So we will accept. And then let me... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, what are you doing to me, game? Oh, you're removing everything that... I got it. Well, there we go. We did the thing. Now we throw in the Disco Inferno. We go grab our man Erst. I said we go grab our man Erst. There we go. And there we go. Let's do it. Everybody get your popcorn. I'll never discount that heavy rifle, Mara. That's, it can be dangerous in the right hands. Of course, you have to give the pilot of the Warhammer the call sign bolt gun. Nothing else would do. Alright, let's see. What's Darius's sage wisdom for the day? These gladiators are wild folks, so prepare for anything. I mean, you're not wrong, Darius. For once in your life, you're not wrong. Ah, see, Bolo, that's my kind of nerdiness right there. So you're using a Merc handbook to do your regiment. I kind of did the same thing. I used, when I was building my Imperial Guard regiment for 40k, I started building that regiment way back in 4th edition. And in the 3rd and 4th edition codexes, they had like the actual regimental breakdown of everything. And I literally had that page and wrote it all out. And I was like, this is my regiment and blah, blah, blah. And like over the years, I have slowly been building that regiment up. And it makes me sad on both the BattleTech and the Warhammer side. Like you don't get that kind of fluff in the source books anymore. It just is kind of disappointing. Because look, I'm a military nerd. I like to know the force organization of the military forces that I'm playing as. That's just a neat little thing to know. Alright, let's make it hot. Literally in this case.
Command interface initiated.
Well, you know, talking about giving Erst a chance to redeem himself, I feel like it's fitting that he should end up on the same map, literally the same map, where he had his accident. Alright. Well, I think we'll do what we did before, and we're gonna immediately take the high ground. And we are up against, what is that, a locust? A raptor? What? I can't really see because there's a thing in the way. What is that? I saw it for just a second, but not long enough to make out what it was. Could be a flea. I mean, if it is, this is gonna be easy. Let's see. Can we can end up right here. Do we get a visual? Still no visual. Dang it. Alright, well, we'll brace up again. Yeah, whatever it is, it's probably about to be dead. Tippy Toes Locust 2C. There you go.
Armor's getting stripped off.
What the hell is this? What the hell is this? A clan pulse medium and a bunch of machine guns. Alright. I mean, I definitely want to stay away from the machine guns, but at the same time, we're a small laser boat, so our options for keeping our distance are kind of limited. We're gonna have to get a little closer. But we will give him the full alpha, as you do. And unfortunately, with it being a Locust 2C, we're gonna have some issues with actually hitting the target on this. That's gonna get annoying.
Taking some heavy damage.
Honestly, I don't like it, but I think we're gonna have to get in and melee this dude, because he's gonna keep running around so much that we're not gonna, like... We are gonna have genuine issues with actually hitting him. Let me see, where else can we go? And if we turn a little bit and do this number here... Like, I want to get in behind him. But if we do, we're gonna do that dance where we shoot him in the back, and then he shoots us in the back, and then we shoot him in the back, and then he shoots us in the back. So I'm thinking we can jump here. If I went here... Okay, if we went here, we've actually got a shot, and we've got a decent shot at his rear. If we jump here, same story. I think we take the chance. Because again, I have the advantage of height. I don't like the idea of overheating. So I'll turn off one of the ER smalls.
Firing at enemy 6.
We'll give him the business. I saw a critical there, but we haven't breached the armor, so that's a little weird. I'm sorry? Holy shit, that guy can move when he's on a road. That's impressive. That's an impressive amount of speed.
Commander?
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to get good intel on my hit chances with this guy. So we do that. Yeah, I mean, it says we can hit, so I'll take the chance. Let's just do that. And we're already taking some armor, so I want to shoot, but we are close to overheating. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take a turn to brace up and cool.
Hit him hard now.
We'll see what he does. Unfortunately, having to use these jump jets is really killing our ability to put the hurt down range. Chat, we could live dangerously. I could jump down here into the water to keep us cool and then wait for him to come to us. Yeah, that's what I was hoping, Kaznik. I was hoping that, like, because he's using machine gun arrays, that some of them would start to jam, but it doesn't look like they are. I mean, we could just try to wait him out, but he's actually got to shoot at us in order for him to run out of ammo.
Orders?
So I think what we do instead is I'll just take the even higher ground.
Confirmed. Once more under the breach.
And we'll see what he wants to do. Yeah, he just keeps running away. Which I guess isn't all that surprising.
Waiting for orders.
I'm thinking the reason he's staying high is, or the reason he's hiding is because he doesn't actually have a place where he can hit us.
Got it, Commander.
So again, I'll just stay on top of the buildings, because if he gets in point blank with those machine gun arrays, we are toast.
Let's do this.
Okay, there we go. He's... Now that I gave him a side shot, he suddenly wants to come back at me.
Yes, Commander.
So we are just going to turn. And we'll give him the precision. I wish we had Battle Lord on Hearst, because I would absolutely use it if we did. But for right now, we'll just have to go for the full alpha.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, he could potentially drop the building, but thankfully he's shooting at us and not the building. And machine gun arrays are not going to do a whole lot to a building.
Waiting for orders.
Let's see. Can we make it all the way over here? We can. I'm gonna jump here. And I guess we'll take the shot with the ERs. Probably not gonna get much of a hit, but screw it. Lasers are free.
It's go time.
It's like this guy does not know what he wants to do. He just like he's running around all over the place.
Ready for orders.
If we shoot from here... Oh man, yeah, again, an urban map this late in the game is probably not a great thing, because the game is not liking that at all. If we jump up here, what kind of chances are we gonna have? Again, we're only able to hit with the ERs, but I'll take it.
Locking target.
I'm not picky. I will take any damage I can get. This does kind of feel cheesy, though.
It's on now. Orders?
Like, we've already lost a good chunk of armor, and I'm afraid of, you know, giving him a back shot where he's just gonna shred us. Let's see. Well, maybe if I give him something to shoot at, then he'll get a little closer. Let me do this, where he shouldn't be able to get to us. We'll take a couple of shots with the ERs, and then hopefully he'll get a little closer and we can put more damage on him. Or not.
Commander?
Yeah, he just keeps moving back and forth to the same places. That's kind of disappointing. The AI clearly does not know what to do about this. Again, it feels very cheesy and very scummy to win this fight this way, though.
Hot damn, we're gonna do this right.
I mean, we could DFA again.
Standing by.
and potentially lose a shitload of very expensive equipment again. But at the same time, that's kind of what this company's known for. So if he's there now, he's probably going to move back over here again. So I will go ahead and preemptively jump up to this building so that when he moves back, I'll just be able to jump on top of his head. Oh, okay. All right. I see you.
I'm receiving you.
All right, Chet. Do we do it? I think we do it. I mean, we kind of got him back into a corner, though. Here's what I'm thinking. Instead of us DFAing, what we do instead is we jump right in here, pin this dude in, and shoot him, because he's giving us his back right now. That's the thing, is he is giving us his back. So we could land right here and then immediately fire all the lasers. We could do this too. We could Vigilance, gain Guard and Entrenched, remove all stability damage, and X initiative increase to 1. A maximum of 5. Let's see. If I were to jump down and we land right here, we can give him the full alpha right in the back. What do you think, chat? Because already we've got some of his back structure exposed. So if we get 1 or 2 lucky shots in that structure, he's toast. I think we do it. I think we do it. We're going to give him the full alpha in the back.
All right, folks, let's get this
And there you
done.
go. That's all it took. Full alpha in the back, and the quarterback is toast.
Mission successful.
And we didn't rip the Disco Inferno in half this time. I mean, I know Rule of Cool says we should DFA, but we did that last time, and at least in terms of RP, I'm imagining in my head the commander just very sternly telling Erst, no DFA in this one. Because if I wanted to be a real stickler for the details, not only does Erst owe us 500k for the contract that we lost, he also owes us another 500k for all the repairs we had to do to that mech. So we will play that one a little more conservatively this time around and say that was Erst learning from his mistakes. You are correct, Karos. DFA serves no tactical purpose outside of the coolness, but that's exactly why we do it. Because it's cool, and because it's fun, and because I'm stupid. And look at that, 2,600 experience for Erst on that one. Outstanding. Yeah, Erst is basically an indentured servitude at this point. Like, he owes us so much money, like, he owes us more money than student loan debts. Because that was an XL engine Firestarter. That stuff's not cheap. You're correct, Brayden. We do DFA for the memes. That's why we did it last time. And I'm not saying that we're never going to DFA again. We definitely will. I just think in this instance, with so much money on the line, it's not a great idea. At least not without some parts that will either boost the DFA damage or increase our likelihood of succeeding without falling over. Oh, you are so very wrong, Mara. You can, and I have, always been a meme. But again, We put a lot of money on the line. We just rebuilt the Disco Inferno. I don't want to spend another $1 million rebuilding it again. But yeah, there we go. That's a nice contract under our belt, plus an arena fight under our belt. Unfortunately, the command center is not really going to offer us a whole lot. We've got another urban map, a battle against Comstar. So we could do that one, but we're either going to have to wait for payday or alternately go to another system in order to find more missions, unfortunately. Because the only arena contracts that we have available in the store right now are for assault mechs, and we don't have any assault mechs. So unfortunately, there's not a whole lot to be done here in Solaris at the moment. So I think, let's have a look at navigation. See if we've got anything interesting in the immediate vicinity. But I think calling Solaris home might not be a bad idea, because there's a lot of options for making money and a lot of options for, like, all sorts of different things that we can do. And we're right on the border between Merrick and Steiner, so there's always opportunities for conflict and things like that, so. So you are correct, Karos. Comstar usually has really good salvage. The only problem that I have with that particular mission, and I'm pretty sure we could do it, like I'm not concerned with our ability to complete the mission. My primary concern is that the game does not like urban maps. So, considering that we just did an urban map, we might end up having some memory leak issues. Alright, Cosmic. Well, good to see you. Glad you could join us. Hopefully you enjoyed what of the stream you were able to see. And hopefully we'll see you again. That might not be a bad idea. Might not be a bad idea. Yeah, and I have the detail on urban maps turned down as well, so it might not be a bad idea to restart. Because, yeah, I do kind of want to stay here in Solaris for as long as we can. It's been a lot of fun, and we've been able to do a lot of things and upgrade our lands and make some progress that we wouldn't normally be able to make. So I think, yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and save. And what I'll do, because we've already been streaming for about 5.5 hours, and my butt's kind of sore, and I need to get a refill on my water and stuff. I'm not going to end the stream, because again, you guys didn't get a stream from me this week, so I wanna keep going for a little while longer. But what I am going to do is I will go ahead and restart the game, and we will do a BRB to give you guys time to get up, go to the restroom, grab some snacks, grab some drinks. I will do the same. And then we will meet back here in a few minutes while we wait for the game to reload. Alright, so we saved. Let's do this. We will go to the overlay. And I will go ahead and shut the game down. Quit the desktop. And then while we're waiting, let me see if I can get you guys some music going. Hold on just a second. There you go. I'll give you guys some front mission music. So let me get the BTA launcher opened up so I can actually get the game restarted.
5 minutes later.
Alright, hopefully everybody took care of business. We are restarted and good to go. So let's get back over to the game. Why you do this to me, BattleTech? There we go. There we go. Outstanding, Mar. Good to hear. Good to hear. Anyway, so where we left off. Right, we were gonna do a map, an urban mission, but we wanted to reset so that the memory leak could hopefully cool itself down. Man, Sierra, don't start talking about food. I haven't eaten yet today. I'm hungry. I am gonna go out and get some food here in a little bit when I end the stream, but I can wait a little bit longer. I usually only eat once a day or so anyway, so it's not a big deal. I'm getting a little bit of the stomach growling. But alright, we got a repossession, we got a battle in an urban environment with decent salvage. We're supposed to be up against Comstar, although, as we have learned, most of the time we're not actually fighting Comstar, we're fighting some mercenary group that they've hired instead. But we'll go ahead and do max salvage because the opportunity to get some hot Comstar loot is always good. And we will go in full bore. We got a good lance set. We're doing well. I think you know, I'm confident in these like 800, 900 million C-bill missions now. Like I feel like we're in a good place and we are able to handle these missions with regularity without having to worry about, you know, getting our asses handed to us every time. And without coming back with a bunch of damaged mechs and injured pilots. Now, if only we could improve the survivability of the battle armor, then we might be getting somewhere, but it is what it is. So I think we'll go with our regular old lance composition, same one as the battle we just did, and we will deploy. Yeah, Karos, that's the thing that I've talked about before, where I'm always in support of people liking what they like, and especially where the BattleTech fandom is concerned. I have often felt like the BattleTech fandom shoots itself in the foot with its like compartmentalization, where certain segments of the fan base just don't want to acknowledge that a certain era or a certain mech or a certain plot line exists. And, you know, I compare it to Warhammer because, again, they're kind of contemporaries in that regard where, like, if you look at the BattleTech lore and settings and all that, like, Catalyst Game Labs knows that the clan invasion and the FedCom Civil War were the biggest moments in the franchise. And they know that that's where the majority of the fans are. And so they focus a lot on that. They offer a lot of support to that era of gameplay. Like all of the video games usually take place in that era of BattleTech. And because of that, like the folks that don't want to acknowledge anything else are continue to get support. Like the company continues to tell them, yes, it's okay to ignore huge chunks of the work that we've put into the setting. And whether you like that work or not, it doesn't change the fact that somebody worked hard on that. Well, where you compare that to Warhammer and 40K, where, yes, there are people that don't like the new stuff. And yes, Games Workshop has ruffled a lot of feathers, especially in the last 10 years, with some of the stuff that they've done with both Warhammer Fantasy and 40K. But at the end of the day, they keep the setting and the rules unified, and they say, you can play older editions if you want, you can play older rule sets if you want, but we don't support those, you're not going to find them in tournaments. And so they say, you know, you are free to play whatever you want, however you want, but if you want to play in an official capacity, if you want to play in our stores, you have to do it with the current version of the rules. And what that leads to is that newer players are able to come in, learn the lore as it stands now, and not feel alienated because the older players say, oh, well, you like a part of the lore that sucks and is objectively bad, and we're not going to play games with you just because you think Primaris are cool. And that's okay, though, Sierra. If you don't like the Primaris, if you don't like what GW is doing with the setting, that's fine. You're free to do whatever you want. It just limits your ability to interact with the community. And Correct, Bolo. And that's why I know this is a little bit of a hot take. I know not everybody's going to agree with what I have to say, and that's fine. But I think GW has the right of it in that, yes, they've done some really scummy stuff for the brand, but the one thing that they've always prioritized is keeping the brand unified and keeping the fan base unified within a certain extent. I mean, there are still people like me. My guard army is almost entirely like the old school 3rd edition plastic minis from, 2001. So, to me, it's like, yeah, I'm an old school tabletop player, but I also understand that if you don't bring in new people, if you don't accept new people and try to accept them for what they like about the franchise, if you try to force your version of the hobby on people, then you're gonna find less people who want to interact with the hobby. And that kind of stuff kills it. That's how you end up with BattleTech, where for a long time, it almost felt like it was going to disappear. Because everything new that was coming out, the fans were just like, no, we don't like that. We don't want that. Get that shit out of here. And then went back to playing Succession War and Clan Invasion. And so anybody that was just walking into the franchise for the first time was like, okay, well, there's like half of old and newer and half of all the re's and miniatures and supplements. Like, none of that is even relevant because no one plays with that stuff. Yeah, Bo, I'm right there with you. I mean, the price increases, again, GW, Games Workshop, is not a good company. It is not a customer-focused company. I do not agree with their business practices. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not saying that anything they've done in the last decade was for our benefit as paying customers. It absolutely has not been. But they got that one thing right about making sure that if you wanted to be a player, if you wanted to be a fan of the franchise, you had to toe the line because you didn't have a choice. Yeah, see, and that's the thing that got me into the hobby. Was once upon a time it was a lot more inviting, I guess. But anyway, that's my soapbox. I just I feel like tabletop gaming in all forms, whether it be, stuff like 40K or BattleTech or Dungeons and Dragons, Shadowrun, like tabletop in general suffers from a lot of like gatekeeping and sort of like clique culture, where you have these groups of people that think their way to like the game and their way to play the game is the only objectively correct way, and then ostracize anybody that doesn't share that opinion. And that's not how you grow a fan base. That's not how you get new players into the game or into the setting. Like, that's the fastest way to kill a franchise, is to do that kind of gatekeeping. And I've seen it plenty of times with tabletop games. Again, I would argue that thankfully we've had a revival with BattleTech, but the reason BattleTech was struggling for so long was because of that. Because everything new that came out, nobody wanted to touch it with a 10-foot pole. And so even the companies that were investing in it were like, there's no money in this, we're not going to make anything doing it because everything we put out, the fans hate it, no one buys it, and then they all just go back to their 20-year-old rule books and keep playing the way they've been playing. So, like I said, that's my soapbox. But let's actually get into the mission and see what we can do about killing some bad guys, after we read Darius' sage wisdom, of course. Commander, they also mentioned that the target vehicles are currently on deployment with a secondary lance of mechs. You can optionally destroy them as well. Hey, wait a minute. Did I misread this? This is a battle. Oh, okay, so the primary targets are vehicles. The way they were talking about it, for just a moment, I thought we were doing like a destroy convoy mission, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
Command interface initiated.
Ah, look at that. We're getting the drop pods. To the drop prods, brother. Alright, so once again, we've got a pretty large distance between us and the enemy. Thankfully, we don't have any weather conditions affecting us this time around, so it should be a straight-up fight. I hope. Oh, well, never mind. Spoke too soon. Smob! Alright, let's see. Are we detecting anything? We got a vehicle out here. That's a 50-ton vehicle. That's probably going to be one of our primary targets. Destroy enemy vehicles, and they may or may not have escorts, and we're supposed to avoid collateral damage. Well, we brought artillery to this fight, so I don't think we're gonna get that secondary, you guys.
Yup.
It's gonna be... I don't know. I think we'll hang back. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna do what I always do, and I'm gonna cheese this, and we'll reserve down to 1. Let the enemy do what they're gonna do, and then we'll react to them. Because with us only having contact with 1 vehicle, I'm a little concerned that we might, if we charge into the middle, we might end up getting surrounded. Yeah, that's fair too, Karos. The BattleTech IP has been broken up and split off to so many different directions. That's definitely a contributing factor. But I'm speaking about the tabletop when I talk about this sort of stuff, because, like, I understand that there are different versions of BattleTech, like on the tabletop versus video games and things like that, but really the tabletop is what keeps it going. Like, none of the BattleTech games have been so successful that they're going to prop up the franchise and keep it going. So, wait a minute. Did we... Oh, we have to do... Got it. We gotta do the run forward thing. Alright, well, I don't like that, but we'll do what we gotta do. We will keep our mortars towards the back. We always want to keep our artillery in the back. Yeah, I remember Mech War. Those were the days. Because that was back when the tabletop version was basically dead and no one played it and it wasn't really getting any support anymore. And then, you know, they were like, well, here you go. Between that and Mega Mech, that was the other big thing. At least for me.
Standing by.
Because it was a way for me and my friends to play BattleTech like we had back in the day. But at the same time, we didn't have to invest in old miniatures and all that stuff. And we definitely went down a rabbit hole in those days. That's for sure.
10-4.
You know what? We might actually be able to... I don't think we're going to be able to shoot at that because we... Yeah, I don't know. I was hoping we could shoot the arrow 4 at that thing, but does not appear that it's going to let us. We don't have a sensor lock on them.
Commander?
Let's see. Centurion. Yeah, we'll move you up. This is weird, though, because it's like they didn't... Even though we've made contact from the very first turn, it's like they didn't even bother to move, which is kind of strange.
Confirmed. Standing by. Okay. Going full.
Thankfully, we do have the Rommels, and those are going to be very useful in an urban setting, I believe. Nope. Try again. I want there, down that back alley. Please and thank you. Oh. Yeah, that's fair, General Quarters. The lawsuit things definitely didn't help, and, you know, at least to me, a lot of that just sort of reeked of the desperation of, we want to take over this franchise, and we want to own the whole IP, so we're just gonna sue anybody that tries to get involved. And to be fair, I mean, Robotech was responsible for a lot of the early designs that drew players into BattleTech, but I think the people that came in for that didn't stick around very long, and the people that stayed, especially people like me and people like, I'm sure a lot of you guys as well, stuck with the setting because of the setting and not because of the mech designs. Because the mech designs are changed off and on over the decades, but it hasn't changed our desire to keep playing in the setting, in spite of that. See, I really don't like this. Like, I do not like that they have not moved, that they aren't doing anything. It makes me very, very nervous. A 75-ton vehicle. Okay, well, let's sensor log that. Let's see what the 75... Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, shit. Bolo again. See, it's killing me because I don't get the notifications. I'm not hearing the notifications for whatever stupid reason. But thank you, Bolo, once again for gifting another sub, this time to Brayden, who showed up for the stream today. So again, as always, welcome to the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions. Hopefully you enjoy your time and the Ecto Cooler Kool-Aid.
Waiting for orders.
So yeah, if you didn't catch that, we're looking at a Brutus, a 75-ton support vehicle in the back, which is currently packing 2 LRM-20s and a bunch of SRMs. So this thing's going to be dangerous at any range, but it's going to be especially dangerous as an artillery platform. That's not to say that some of these 50 and 55-ton vehicles aren't like Aero 4s or something like that, but they're certainly going to be dangerous for us. So I am going to go ahead and start putting the hurt on this Brutus right away and dump an Aero 4 on him. Because I don't like that at all. And again, the vehicles are just not moving. And I find that very disconcerting and also a little bit frightening. Like, that the vehicles just continue to not move and not react to us at all is not something I'm used to.
Affirmative.
But if they're gonna give us free shots in the rear armor, then I'm gonna just take those shots.
Yes, Commander.
And yeah, I might regret it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I will, but regret is for tomorrow. Shooty shooty bang bang is for today. So let's see, we got a 60-ton vehicle here, another 60-ton vehicle here. These could be bad. And I could be focusing on the absolute wrong frickin' targets, but I can only focus on what we got. And what we got is what's in front of us. So we've stripped almost... Okay, I was about to say, we stripped half the armor off this thing and didn't get a crit, but we did, so good. That's the Brutus off the field. Outstanding. Oh god, don't even scare me with that. Mara, I would... And I said this, I think, last stream, or maybe it was a while back. I don't remember when I said it, but yeah, like, infantry in this game would be a disaster, especially in urban settings, like... On the tabletop, infantry can be just the biggest pain in the ass. I don't really want to split the lance up, so we'll continue to move forward. But we're going to be cautious. Because again, the fact that they aren't moving is very, very scary to me. It makes me think they're bait.
Roger. Full speed.
And unfortunately, we still don't have anybody popping up with the sensor lock, so I can't get a lock on any of these other vehicles just yet. I think Ozark has sensor lock. Yeah, she does. Alright. Unfortunately, we kind of backed her into a corner, so we're going to have to jump jet to get out of this hole. Who can we actually sensor lock? Looks like it's just this vehicle. The others are a little too far away, so we'll go ahead and lock this one up just to see.
Locked on.
Well, it's a good thing I did, because speaking of Arrow 4 artillery, that's exactly what we got right here, the Chaparral, which we were actually looking at buying. Holy shit! Bamboozle! Good to see you, my friend. It has been quite some time, I feel like, since the last time you made it to a stream. But glad you could make it. You're catching us a little later in the stream, but I am planning on streaming a little longer than usual on account of the fact that I have not streamed this week.
I'm ready.
So yeah, good to see you. Glad you could join us. Hopefully your Saturday has been good so far.
On the move. Full speed.
Yeah, I got a real bad feeling about this too, General Quarters. I got a real bad feeling about this. Like, this just feels wrong in just about every way that a mission can feel wrong.
What's up, boss?
Like, the only way that I would be more on edge is if I hadn't seen any enemies at all. Well, sorry to hear that, Bamboozle. Hopefully, though, you enjoyed some time with the family. If not, then apologies for bringing it up, but good to see you back. No, Karos, we did not salvage the Rommel, we actually bought it. We ended up with... so we were in Solaris. Technically, we're still in Solaris. But when the shop rolled over, it had an option to buy Rommels infinitely. Not just Rommels, but Rommel Mark IIs. And so we went ahead and bought 2 of them because we had plenty of money at the time. So yeah, we in fact, our boy Game Master is actually in a Rommel now.
Barely hit, Commander.
So it looks like they're finally starting to wake up. The Chaparral is, at least.
How can I help?
So we'll have to move cautiously if the vehicles are going to start moving now. Yeah, and these are the Rommels with the gas. So they will put in the work for sure. Erst, my friend, good to see you. Glad you could make it to the stream as well. You've missed out on a lot of your own accolades today. Yeah, we're definitely gonna counter battery this Chaparral. Malachi's in visual range. Oh yeah, we are gonna put the hurt on this boy. Alright, so yeah, it took him a couple of turns, but it looks like the vehicles are waking up. But that's good. I like it when the enemy's moving and shooting back. It makes me much less nervous. The short version is you are not necessarily taking the field in battles, but you are now our designated gladiator. You spent some time bouncing around a city and eventually shot in Locust 2C in the back. And redeemed yourself in the arenas of Solaris.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading.
Okay, so there's our reinforcement lance. That's a 25-tonner, so hopefully it's nothing dangerous. But yeah, first things first, we have got to take out the Chaparral, because that Arrow 4 is going to hurt the longer we leave it on the field. Well, and don't forget, chat, not only did Erst succeed in his arena, we also played that other duel mission that he also won. So he's had 2 big successes today. And netted quite a lot of money for the company in the process.
Rolling.
Alright, so what are we looking at here? This is a 35-tonner, so it looks like, as usual with Comstar, we're going to be up against a lot of light mechs. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. So again, we will continue to counter battery. We're going to dump all of our attack power into this chaparral to get it off the field as quickly as possible. I don't like the situation we're in because it's going to be very, very easy to get flanked, but we just got to move forward, unfortunately. So we will take the full alpha shot from the Treb on this chaparral and hopefully take it off the field. Well, close. We gotta punch through. So if we get another good shot on that guy, we might be able to take him off the field. I mean, you would get paid too, Sierra, if you were in the company. Which reminds me, I do owe you a spot on the team on account of your shiny Founder's badge. So we may rectify that after this mission. If I don't remember, chat, make sure to remind me. Let's see.
Commander?
Carrick with the sniper artillery. Again, we want to keep you kind of covered. Oh, we get another mech. A 40-tonner. Okay. Well, I keep saying, hey, light mechs aren't such a big deal, but then it seems like every time another mech pops up, it's just slightly heavier than the last one. I'm sorry? Okay, there we go.
Target neutralized.
Chaparral off the field. Good shit. And that's one of the trio. Oh no, wait, never mind. I spoke too soon. Because we've already killed 2 vehicles. So there may be way more vehicles here than I thought.
Commander?
That is concerning to think about. But
I'm there.
nothing to it at this point. We just gotta go with what we got. Again, we do have the Gauss, we have our rotary Gauss, but I'm just gonna focus one shot at a time for right now. If we find a good opportunity to give them the full broadside, I definitely will, though.
Yeah.
And Ozark, again, our designated marksman. I was hoping we could get up on top of this building, but we cannot. So I think what I will do instead is put her on this building. And that will still give us a bit of elevation. Oh my, a mongoose of all things. Alright, well I was not expecting a mongoose. I mean, we wouldn't use it even if we salvaged it, but it's definitely not what I was expecting when I saw 25 tons. But let's go ahead and take the shot. Again, I'm going to try and take out this, I guess, Sleipnir? I don't know.
Firing at him.
I don't know how you pronounce that. It's an APC. Yeah, I've done that before too, Erst. In fact, I did that with a... I don't even remember what it was, but like I thought we had a part and then I sold it for some reason and then we got 3 more and I was like, God damn it. The mongoose? I'm not entirely sure, if I'm being honest. I mean, I know it's a rare mech. I don't see it very often, but I'm not sure if it's like a Comstar exclusive or if it's just one that you don't see very much.
Location confirmed.
Let's see. What is the mongoose packing? Medium lasers, and this guy's just got some LRMs. I think we'll go ahead and we'll put the plasma on the APC. Again, it's gonna be very, well, I was gonna say it's gonna be very tanky, but then we just did the side shot and took him out, so. Alright, Sierra. Well, good to see you again. Glad you could make the stream. I feel like it's been a while. So, but yeah, I will try to remember to put you in. Probably we'll just rename one of our existing pilots and give them your name, but we'll figure something out. Alright, let's bring up the Rommels. As you do. What is this? Now that we can finally see it. Hybrid carrier. Hybrid carrier. With T-bolt 10s and LRMs. Good lord. Well, I think if I had to choose between which of those two things is the bigger threat, I think, this dude's getting the Gauss rifle.
On it.
And we got the structure exposed right away. Good shit. Man, our people are on fire today, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Yeah, I don't know much about the mongoose other than you don't see it very much. And it might be a good light mech, but unfortunately, and I've kind of been talking about this a little more over this stream, is we're kind of reaching the point now where light mechs are not really all that useful for us anymore. That's not to say that we don't use them, but we're going to have to be a little more selective about when and how we field them going forward.
Target confirmed.
I'm sorry?
Go time.
Oh, well that's why the game hung up.
Do the
Okay,
math.
well there you go.
One less
2
go.
Gauss rifle shots, 1 to breach the armor, and the other to get the critical. So outstanding. Outstanding tank crews today. This is amazing. After getting XCOM'd in the early part of the stream, this feels good. It feels good to be making shots.
I've got your back.
Alright, Rex. Let's see what we can do. It's... Oh, wow, you can actually hit from that distance. Okay.
Accelerating to maximum speed.
Well, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, so holy shit, these Comstar vehicles. Holy shit. Look at this thing. Look at it. What the fuck is that? So many SRMs. Holy shit. We were talking about the Buratino last stream. This right here is a friggin' Buratino. Good gravy. Okay, well that's our primary target. Screw the mongoose. This dude's gotta go. I say that, I can't even hit him. Can I hit the mongoose? God bless America. See, I was thinking I was out of range. But then I was like, nah, it's not a big deal. It says I can hit. And then... yeah. Damn you, game. Well, I'll try to put the tag on the vehicle.
Damn you for making me do this. That's a clean miss.
Go, let's go, let's go.
I agree. Bolo,
Waiting for orders.
let's go. It's time. We are gonna bring the rain on this SRM carrier because I will be goddamned if I let that thing come around the corner and shoot 500 Inferno SRMs into my people. Again, thankfully, it's very lightly armored, so we should be able to take it out pretty quickly if we can just get the shots to connect. What the hell just shot at me? I didn't quite catch what was moving. Oh, it was this guy in the back, I guess.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Alright, Graveline, we're gonna move you up a little bit. Again, the mortars are kind of a godsend in this regard. Well, indirect fire in general is kind of a godsend in an urban environment. Yeah, exactly. Never again. Like, I always check the SRM carriers just to see, because sometimes you'll get some of them that aren't super heavily armed. But this one clearly does not fit that description. That's a shitload of hurt.
Commander?
So when is your initiative phase is 5. So we have got to destroy you now, or you are going to bring the pain on us. So I think we turn,
Copy that.
we fire, we have a jam, son of a bitch. The 1 in a million chance we got the jam on the rocket launcher. I mean, to be fair, Jason, this is BattleTech. War crimes is like meat and potatoes.
Roger that.
And we did not get the luck on the streaks. That is unfortunate. Yeah, the vanilla campaign can be very challenging sometimes, Erst, and that's the reason that I recommend that people play it. If it's your first time playing the game rather than jumping right in, I always recommend that people play the vanilla campaign because not only does it teach you a lot of the fundamentals, it also puts you in a lot of situations where you kind of have to adapt and overcome, and so it teaches you early in the campaign this mentality of, like, this isn't XCOM, you're not going to perfect the mission every time. You have to get used to the idea that you're going to take some damage, and again, like I'm always saying, you just have to make the best of a bad situation sometimes. You know what? I could sniper cannon. I could also active probe. We got a lot of targets in range. So that'll reveal a lot of the guys that we don't know about. So what is this? That is... Holy shit. Man, these guys... You guys are not fucking around with the vehicles today. Like, normally I'm afraid of the mechs, but... Goddamn, these vehicles are scary. 5 LBX-2s.
Standing by.
Alright, so general quarters. Normally we would bring you in close, but now that you're running a Goss, we're gonna have to keep our distance a little bit. So you got a Hermes. Unfortunately, that evasion's gonna be killer. And I probably should have prioritized one of the vehicles, but I didn't do that, and now I'm gonna regret it. But we'll take the shot anyway. Very unlikely to hit, but if we do hit, it'll be big damage.
Firing all weapons.
God damn, look at that. Outstanding. Outstanding. General quarters making the shot regardless. Oh man, I would like to field a monster walla. Or something in that class of mech. I would love to have something with that many guns and just... Like, to just know that all you have to do is point in the vague direction of a thing and it goes away.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Well, again, I think we'll just go ahead and take this shot. Are the S-arms going to be better? No, they're not.
Locking on and firing it.
That's the real problem with us fighting light mechs this late in the campaign, is it's going to make it a whole lot harder for us to hit these guys, because they can move really fast.
Receiving you.
So first things first, I'm the realist, and I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to charge right into this dude, and I'm going to give him the business with both plasma rifles.
Hot damn.
Alright, so that's the SRM carrier down.
Decent good salvage there.
And next up is going to be that damn LBX carrier in the back, which... 5 LBX-2s. You can, in fact, move very fast, Erst. In fact, I think the Disco Inferno is probably the fastest mech that we have, currently.
Waiting for orders.
So I'm not even going to move these tanks. We're just going to intensify firepower, and we're going to take the shots. Because, again, if we hit, we're going to do some massive damage. And we hit. You love to see it.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Oh, even more mechs. Okay, so they are really coming out of the woodwork now. These boys and girls are not playing anymore.
Engaging.
And this is why I love our vehicle pilots, because even though we're getting these like 40% chances, they still hit pretty consistently. That kind of hurt.
Took a hard hit there.
How can I help?
Alright, let's see. If we sprint, we're still not going to be able to get into melee range, but we can get into full alpha range. And we have basically no chances to hit. We don't have enough morale to do precise strikes. So that's unfortunate. We'll just have to fire everything and hope that we get lucky and connect on some of them.
Copy that.
Yeah, we could have done better on that one for sure. Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Let's get this done, folks.
So if we're looking at potentially 6 mechs, then we see all of the mechs on the field, because we got 5 up here, and then we got the 1 that's down here intermingled. You've already destroyed most of the vehicles. I think we just have this last one that we need to take out. Oh, of course you're going after the artillery, you son of a bitch.
You need me to hold still for you? Confirmed.
Well, Gravel Lion, you don't get many chances to melee. I guess this is a good one. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we play it smart. Let's see, I think we Battle Lord. Oh shit, we can't Battle Lord on that guy anyway because we don't have visibility, so instead we'll shoot at the Hermes.
10-4.
And we got a good hit. Oh no, we didn't avoid the collateral damage. Oh no. Oh no. Because letting my pilots die is preferable to saving buildings in a war zone. Apparently. Alright, so they're doing the sensor garbage now. I mean, I guess I might as well too. Screw it. Graveline, use that active probe. Let's take some of these punks' evasion down. Make it a little easier for everybody to hit the target. Is it? Is that actually... It is, in fact, a Cossack. Alright, well... Listen, I've said this before. The Cossack is not very good. In fact, it's actually kind of shit. But as someone who is of Slavic heritage, I feel obligated to field a Cossack. Like, I know it's a bad idea, and I know it's a terrible mech. But I feel like I have to. Boy, they are putting the hurt on these tanks. That is for damn sure. That's okay, they got Gauss rifles. We can fall back with them.
Standing by.
Alright, so first and foremost, we got a Falcon kick this this LBX carrier.
Moving to
And we're gonna give him the plasma at the same time, because that's what you do.
for physical attack. Let's hit him hard.
And there we go. That's one less vehicle on the field. So that takes care of the vehicles. Now we just need to take care of the mechs. And unfortunately, most of them are... Oh. They don't like the Rommels. They don't like the Rommels because I didn't move them. Especially Quagmire. I used Intensify Firepower with her last turn, so she didn't get any evasion. That's why they keep shooting at the Rommel, unfortunately. A Treb is not really a melee mech. However, it can be. Especially with a rocket launcher, because we can fire the rockets in melee. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Suck Roman candles, nerd. Actually, hold on. Me. Alright, now that we know which direction it's facing, we will make sure that we get in on the backside, hit the rear armor, and yeah, there we go.
Moving out.
Suck it, nerd.
Hot damn, let's do this.
Because I have not met a light mech that can take a full RL-20 solo in the back and keep standing.
Standing by.
Alright, General Quarters, let's get you over here. And this is exactly why I kept the Centurion with the 300 engine, because as a sniper, being able to reposition and take advantage of good angles is very important. Let's see, who's got the lowest evasion? This Hermes has no evasion, so guess who's getting all 3 shots, chat? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, full alpha. Nice.
Show 'em what you got.
Nice. Even with the shot we missed, we hit the Kentaro behind him. So every single shot actually counted. I think we're gonna have to get Ozark down from here. I mean, I like the elevated position, but the problem is we get too many buildings in the way and she's just not getting decent shots. So I think we jump down and we can fire some indirect. We can fire a little bit of indirect fire at them. But we'll have to get a little closer in. Yeah, the Kentaro would be a nice get if we can. Oh, I didn't realize that we had a Firestarter Omni-Mech. That would also be a good get, although it's in the medium class rather than the light class, but...
What's up, boss?
Again, I wouldn't turn my nose up at it.
On my way.
So, looks like a perfect opportunity for sniper artillery, and that's exactly what we're gonna do with it. Unfortunately, everybody's got quite a bit of movement or evasion, so... I guess we'll just have to take the shot, and yeah, we're gonna whiff it, but we still got some splash damage. Yeah, even though they're light mechs, mostly light mechs and medium mechs, the Comstar folks are definitely bringing out the big guns this time around. So first things first, we're gonna move, but we're gonna turn around and immediately take a shot at this, at our boy here, this Cossack. See if we can take him off the field. See, and I was talking our people up saying, man, look at that, they're making all these crazy shots, and then they miss. But you know who never misses? You know who never misses? Game Master never misses. Especially when we give him precise strike.
Locked on target.
And there we go.
Farewell, sweet prince.
You can always count on Game Master to make the shots. Yeah, no, if we can get the Firestarter Omni, I am 100% good with that, because that would be an outstanding get. And we could basically just turn it into a Disco Inferno 2. Can we? No, we cannot get on top of a building. We can, however, move up. Trying to find the best place. I mean, like it or not, I think we're just going to have to be in a lower position.
Sprinting.
And we will take a shot with the pulse lasers again.
Target confirmed.
Not a whole lot of damage, but we'll take it. We will take it.
Okay, now it's on.
The thing I like about the thought of getting a Firestarter Omni is that not only can we do what we've done with the Disco Inferno, but the extra tonnage will allow us to do some really nasty things in melee with it when we actually find some melee weapons.
I'm showing minor damage.
It is not just you, Karos. In fact, I intentionally went and created a custom, this is a little bit of a long story. The random pilot photo looked a whole lot like Danny Trejo. And as a direct result of that, I joked about it last stream, but in the meantime, I have actually gone and created a custom Danny Trejo portrait specifically for that character, just as a joke. It was a fun waste of 5 minutes. So yes, you are not wrong, it does look like Machete. And not only does it look like Machete, I gave the character the name of the character, like, the character's actual name is Isidore Cortez, and that's the name that I gave the pilot, because I'm extra like that. Oh, actually, we've got much better chances to hit with the guided shells on this Owens. So yeah, fucking Owens.
Waiting for orders.
And then, of course, Bolo. Bolo, the legend. With their Arrow 4, we're going to go ahead and Battle Lord now that we actually have eyes on just about everybody. And I think we are going to... I mean, we might as well smack the fire starter. That's the highest accuracy shot that we've got.
Acknowledged.
Whiffed that one a little bit, but the splash damage always makes up for it. Yeah, I don't like Owens very much. They're not very good. And we got stuck with one at the very beginning of the campaign. The only reason that I had respect for that Owens is because it was a variant that came with a PPC, and that was some of the heaviest damage that we were able to put out early in the campaign. And then I immediately took the PPC off the Owens and put it on a Panther instead.
Good to go.
As you do. So again, we'll go ahead and intensify firepower, and then we will immediately fling a sniper shot at whatever target we get the highest accuracy on. I guess that's going to be the Firestarter Omni. Hopefully we get the hit. No. No, we did not, in fact, get the hit. Instead, we blew up several other buildings. I think we are doing more damage to this city than Comstar.
Taking heavy hits, Commander.
Yeah, that's a thing that's gonna happen when everybody focuses fire on you. But speaking of focusing fire, it's about time we focused some plasma on an Owens. Matter of fact, precise strike that shit. Of course, use the precise strike and then miss on an 86% chance. I don't... Brayden, are you trying to insinuate that I'm a clanner? Because I take that personally. I absolutely take umbrage with that. So we're doing the thing that you should never do, and that's run up the treb right in front of the enemy, and the reason that we're doing that is because I'm about to unload a full volley into this Owens.
Firing all weapons.
Again, is it the smart tactical decision? No. Is it fun? Absolutely.
Commander?
And general quarters is up, so let's move a little bit to get some evasion, and then we will immediately take the shot on the Owens again. I'm going to bring that down to only a single shot. So we destroyed the probe, but again, this is one of those mechs where this Owens is just...
Right here.
It is the bane of my existence. It refuses to go down. We are hitting this Owens with absolutely everything, and it just will not go down.
Here goes everything. All right.
There we go. Finally.
We give 'em what for.
Correct. Absolutely general quarters. Clanners can get bent. Hi, Dark Sarah. Good to see you. Glad you could join us. Hopefully we'll see you next time, and enjoy your weekend in the meantime.
Commander.
Yeah, the thing is, and I said this in the very, very first stream for this campaign, and I stick by what I said. Otter is for clanners and losers, and clanners are losers.
I live to serve.
I regret nothing. I meant every word of what I said.
Acknowledged.
Alright, let's see. Who's got the lowest evasion? The Kintaro has the lowest evasion, so you're the one who is going to be on the receiving end of Game Master.
Taking the shot.
Looks like we did damage to the leg, which is good. I would absolutely like to leg this Kintaro so that we can take him down and hopefully get some salvage. In the meantime, I say we give him the full alpha. So let's see. I think we come in from the side, as you do. I'm gonna give him the kick. Chat. We run the risk of overheating. This could be expensive. It could also potentially be lethal. But we so rarely end up in a position where we can use the grasshopper in a full alpha situation. I think we do it and hope for the best. Remember, if nothing explodes, it's fine.
Moving out.
So there's the hit, and here comes the alpha strike. Outstanding, outstanding. And we took out the leg. Good shit. You love to see it.
God, this heat.
And we didn't overheat. We didn't overheat. Good shit. Good shit.
Ready to rock.
Oh, man. Oh, man, this is getting better by the minute. Well, guess what time it is? We may do some damage to our own guys, but by God, I gotta take this opportunity. I want to salvage the Kintaro, but at the same time, I think we just gotta do what we can to take it off the field. I feel like we did more damage to our guy.
Reporting. Critical hit.
That was sloppy, lad.
Yes, that was indeed sloppy. Let's see. Holy Fat Man. We don't need to move the Holy Fat Man. What we need to do is, well, I think we need to attack the ground, because if we attack our own people, then actually... Look, Bolo, I want to give you a shot. I really do. But at the same time... Let's see. If we move back a little bit and actually give you direct line of sight, will that improve your accuracy? It will not. Bello? Don't disappoint me here, buddy. I have no idea whether we hit anything or not.
Holding firm.
I have no idea if we even hit anything. Alright, so 7 is going to be the fire starter. The Kintaro is initiative 5, so as long as we get a couple more... Oh yeah, we got most of our stuff in initiative 6. I think this Kintaro is toast. I think we bully. We bully. I'm not gonna hit him with the rockets, because then we'll kill him. But we bully.
On the move. Attempting physical. Come on, people, let's make it happen.
See if we can make him panic and
Taking a
eject.
critical hit. Reporting critical hit.
He's panicking, but he's not punching out yet.
Commander.
Alright, here we go. We are going to smack this fire starter in the back and give him the full business with the plasma rifles.
On my way.
Well, there you go. Outstanding work. Outstanding work.
Waiting for orders.
General quarters. Since we're in the mood to bully, we're gonna bully. So, a charge will probably result in damage for us. That's fine. We're gonna do it anyway. Because again, if I can get this Joker to panic and eject, that's the dream. And there he goes. Eject. Eject, you wuss.
Orders?
Alright, we're gonna have to brace up. We're not gonna use any artillery. We're not gonna risk destroying these mechs by using artillery. So again, dogpile. Like I said before, honor is for quinners and losers. We're not even gonna fire weapons. We're just gonna melee.
I'm going.
Bully this man.
That was a critical hit. That was.
Bully. Alright, well the Kintaro's getting up. That's okay. I'll take a hit in the back. I deserve that. We're doing dumb shit.
Waiting for orders.
Quagmire. I think we'll move you around. We'll take a shot at the Kintaro. We may destroy the Kintaro. If we do, I apologize in advance.
Hostile removed.
How many salvageable parts? Tell me how many salvageable parts. Only one. Son of a bitch.
I'm here.
That's alright though. That's alright.
Roger. Venting heat and stabilizing.
We will, however, continue to bully the shit out of this fire starter. Oh no, there's no more spots for me to get in melee. Oh no, there is. I just can't get there without sprinting. So we're gonna box him in. I'm not gonna shoot at him. We're just gonna punch and kick this dude.
Warriors, show 'em what you've got.
We are literally treating this fire starter like the printer in Office Space.
Ready to rock. Acknowledge, Commander.
Oh, he's gonna get up. That's okay. We're gonna melee him again. I will melee you a second time. You got some balls, my friend. You got some balls, but you know what?
Damage minimal.
I don't care how much heat you hit me with,
Waiting for orders.
because it doesn't mean shit when I melee you.
Putting my weight into it.
And this is exactly what we're gonna do. I mean, if he wants to jump out, that's fine. But if he's gonna stand there, I was gonna say, if he's gonna stand there and keep taking the shots, then I'm gonna keep
Mission
delivering.
successful.
Unfortunately, it was an engine crit, so I think we're probably not gonna get the full salvage on that, which is disappointing. We'll have to see. We will have to see. But yeah, well done. Mission accomplished. Everybody did a good job. Oh, that's okay, Kara. I'm not sure why you didn't get notifications, but we've actually been streaming for quite some time now. Probably my longest stream to date so far. So yeah, we failed on this, so we ended up, oh, they actually charge us for the collateral damage. Well, that's unfortunate. I wish I had known that, ahead of time, but I will keep that in mind in the future. Apparently, they will make us pay for shit when we blow it up. Again, nobody should have gotten injured. We didn't lose anything. Alright, let's see what we got. So we got full salvage on the Chaparral. We got 3 salvage on the Omnimech Firestarter. That's really tempting. We got another arrow. We got C3I. We got C3I, chat. That's our first C3I. I mean, it is a pretty expensive build, but fortunately, we weren't doing it for the money. Like, I want to take the Firestarter, but what are the odds we run into another Firestarter Omni, though? Because I feel like taking that, we're never going to see it again. And the reason that I want the C3I, even though we don't have a master, is the C3I does not need a master. The C3I is its own thing. It's separate of the normal C3 network, and every C3I works as both a master and a slave unit. So if we could get more C3Is, every mech we stick them into is going to be improved by it. So that's the reason I'm excited about C3I. The C3 slaves, I could live without. Like, it doesn't really bother me. But I guess, yeah, again, Omnis are really hard to turn down. So I'll take the fire starter and let's see what we get. We're going to get another 12 picks. We got some chaparral parts. We got the Arrow 4. Excellent. I'll go ahead and sell those. And we got the C3I. Holy shit. We got some Pharaoh, we got some LBX2, and for whatever reason, they gave us 10 SRM6 launchers. So, that's actually a really good haul. Like, the Arrow 4 alone, we could probably sell for a hefty chunk of change. But on the plus side, that means that we've got a replacement Arrow 4 in the event that Bolo ever gets the weapon system blown up, for whatever reason. Stu, good to see you again. Glad to see a lot of people showing up this weekend. A little bit of an unannounced Saturday stream, but glad you could make it. So yeah, good salvage all around. I mean, I might sell some of the SRM6s, but that's about it. The rest of that stuff I want to keep.